pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I'd like to start by thanking my honourable friend, the member for Newbury, for bringing this really important debate. I don't think we realise actually the crisis that our children face in this country from a mental health perspective. It's hard growing up. We all remember growing up, but I think now our young people face an even more traumatic time following the pandemic, and I truly believe our children and young people have been so badly affected by the pandemic. And also social media. We didn't have social media growing up. We didn't have that extra pressure, that 24/7 pressure. And also education attainment. I speak with authority, having a 17-year-old daughter going through A-levels and a 15-year-old son going through GCSEs, just how much pressure they are on. But compounded with, if you have a special education need, I can't imagine how families can really cope with all this extra pressure. And I wanted to speak today about the actual experience that is happening in schools today. I spoke to a head in a Westminster secondary recently, who is a very, very experienced teacher. And she said to me that she has never in her 20-plus years as a teacher known such a crisis when it comes to mental health of young people, and particularly teenagers. The pandemic has obviously compounded that, but we are now seeing so much more anxiety, self-harming, suicidal thoughts. This is everything she explained to me, and the pressure that she and her staff are under now to help and support these young children or young people going through this it's created even more of a burden for them. They are taking advantage of the mind counsellors. They are taking advantage of the extra help that the government is providing, but it simply isn't enough. And I do think that there seems to be a disconnect between the Department of Education and the Department of Health and Social Security and Social Care, because there's no one minister taking control of it all. And I would ask the minister to really look at this issue, that we can't just leave it up to schools to try and navigate special educational needs for their pupils and support the families. We've got to make sure there is a one place for teachers to go to get that support. And the pressure now on budgets in schools. This teacher was telling me how much they are spending now on extra support for pupils now, which is coming out of the general budget. And I would really plead with the minister to try and secure more funding from the Department of Education that goes on this issue alone. I've only got a few more minutes, but I wanted on this Children Mental Health Week to pay tribute to the local authorities in my constituency of the Cities of London and Westminster. Westminster has this week launched its special it's going to be trialling a key ring which is going to reach 4,000 young people, which is a simple scan. You can use a Q code, which takes the young people to a special hub, which will give them the advice and the support that they need. It's this practical help that we need to give our children, but it's also the funding that our schools need if we are going to ensure that our young people have the future they deserve.